In this video, we'll take a look at why GMRS sucks. Or doesn't. Hi, and welcome to the Gadget Talk channel, where we do reviews and how-tos on a variety of electronic gadgets that catch my eye. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. I really appreciate it. As I've looked at some of the comments on my GMRS radio reviews and GMRS how-to videos, as well as comments made on some GMRS online groups, it seems clear that for some folks, GMRS definitely sucks. Let's take a quick look at why it is and what you should know about GMRS radio before you too fall into the "it sucks" category. As you might already know, there are several categories of personal radio services that the FCC maintains for use in the United States. These include Citizens Band, or CB, the Multi-Use Radio Service, or MURS, the Family Radio Service, or FRS, the General Mobile Radio Service, or GMRS, and the Amateur Radio Service, or ham radio. Each has specific requirements and limitations. Before we get to the heart of why some believe GMRS sucks, let's look at an example or an analogy. Both a 20-pound sledgehammer and a tiny tack hammer are hammers. The sledgehammer is great for breaking up concrete, but is really bad at pounding in tiny little upholstery tacks. Likewise, the tack hammer simply wouldn't work to break up concrete. That's the crux of the issue with why folks end up dissatisfied and frustrated with GMRS. They're trying to use the wrong tool to accomplish their specific communications need. While there is certainly some overlap between these radio services, as the FCC calls them, their requirements and limitations are based upon how the FCC anticipated each service would be used. FRS is designed to be easy to use for families. MURS has few channels, but also few requirements in terms of who can use those channels. As the name implies, GMRS was anticipated to be used by those with a mobile communications need. Having a mobile communications need assumes you have someone you need to talk to. That might mean the folks with whom you hike, the people you're out hunting with, your kids at the mall or fair, workers at your family business or warehouse, the participants in your off-roading club or gathering, or a couple of friends caravanning together on a road trip. While this isn't an exhaustive list by any means, a common denominator is BYOC, or bring your own contact. For many, their complaint about GMRS is that there aren't many people on the channels to just chat with. Part of the reason was that GMRS really wasn't designed as a radio-based party line or chat room. In large cities, you may find some GMRS users who just have a radio on to listen to and who are willing to chat with strangers. But even in those locations, most GMRS users have their radios on for a purpose, which often is not chatting with strangers. In smaller towns, lower number of GMRS users make finding someone to chat with even harder. The number of GMRS license holders has quickly grown over the past couple of years. As of late November 2022, a total number of GMRS licensees, according to the FCC database, is just under 175,000. That also represents an increase of over 74,000 just since the spring of 2021. However, when spread across the nation, it's really not a very big number. In some locales, you might find a GMRS club where members have joined together to help offset the cost of operating a GMRS repeater. These club members may be more inclined to chat, but even then, they're chatting with fellow club members or people they know. While the increase in licensees and clubs increase the chance of finding someone to just chat with, in many places, the GMRS community just hasn't evolved to that yet. Again, many GMRS users use GMRS to solve a communications problem, and that problem is often not chit-chatting with strangers. So, as you consider getting a GMRS license and the radio equipment, keep that in mind to help prevent the disappointment and frustration of discovering you've chosen the wrong tool for the job. There's a reason why many vendors sell GMRS radios in pairs. Now, before we go into a brief discussion on how you might solve the "I just want to chat with folks" problem, let me say that I have a GMRS license. I'm a big fan of GMRS radio service, and I use my GMRS radios. They're great, and I don't think that GMRS sucks. That's because I've matched the tool to the need. Let me suggest a different solution to the need to just chat with other folks. The solution is ham radio or the amateur radio service. I'm also a ham, and when I'm just interested in reaching out to chat with folks, I pick up one of my ham radios. As I've tried to express here, GMRS is not ham radio light. Many folks who thought it was are the same ones who think that GMRS sucks. GMRS has a purpose, just as ham radio does. While they may overlap a bit, their purposes are fundamentally different. If a big part of your interest in radio communications include chatting with folks just to learn a bit about them and share small talk, ham radio is probably a better fit. With the reasonable cost of radios and 10-year licenses, having both a GMRS and ham license makes a lot of sense. While ham radio licenses do require you to pass a test, the fact is that with just a few hours of preparation, you'll be able to pass the entry-level technician class license test. With free online study guides and review sites that present you with the actual questions that you'll find on the test, most will find the test is a fairly low hurdle to clear. The tests are administered by local ham volunteer examiners who generally charge $15 per setting. You can take the test a second time if you mess up, assuming there's still time in the test session. What this opens up to you is a wide range of what the FCC calls privileges. The most popular include the ability to use frequencies in the VHF and UHF bands, use much more transmitting power, and have access to dozens of local repeaters, and most importantly, have the ability to try to connect with over 770,000 hams around the country, many of whom, like you, just want to chit-chat. With what the hams call digital modes, you can also expand your reach to all around the world, even with a technician class license. Your little HT connects with either a local repeater or your personal hotspot, and through some internet magic, you're connected to folks from all over who happen to be logged into the same digital chat room as you are. I've chatted with folks from all across the US, Korea, Japan, the UK, and all with a little digital HT on low power, transmitting about 10 feet to my hotspot. As I said at the beginning of this video, it's all about using the right tool for the right purpose. Does GMRS suck? Heck no! When matched with the right purpose, it's a great radio service that also allows you to better enjoy many of your activities that can be enhanced with good communications tools at a very reasonable price. Are there other radio services that might be better for some needs or purposes? You bet! And because you can do both for less than the price of a good brand name golf club, it won't break the budget either. Hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel and click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.